single day.
What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm gonna try to get on here real quick and pop out a video. We got classes tonight, so we'll have a bunch of people showing up here in just a little bit, including my boss. So I'm gonna throw this out. Hope everybody's having a great day. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. One more day away, and then it's the weekend. So thankful for that. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to jump into it, throw out a meditation, throw out a few verses, and then a prayer. Really hope that everybody might can find the time, if you're watching this, find a moment to just kind of meditate, just kind of reach out to God and listen for His voice and the direction in which, you think the direction in which you think God is pointing towards. Prayer is a powerful thing. It's a really, really, really powerful thing, and I'm not that great at it. I think that, the more I do it and the more I reach out to God day after day, it's easier to reach out and to pray. It's took time and work to get to that point. So anyway, okay, so today's meditation, today is Thursday, April 26th. And what's funny is I had this highlighted. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I had it highlighted already, so evidently I must have gotten something from this. Okay, April 26th. Welcome problems as perspective lifters. My children tend to sleepwalk through their days until they bump into an obstacle that stimulates them. If you encounter a problem with no immediate solution, your response to that situation will take you either up or down. You can lash out at the difficulty, resenting it and feeling sorry for yourself, which I do a lot, and I'll come back to that. This will take you down into a pit of self-pity. Alternatively, the problem can be a ladder, enabling you to climb up and see your life from my perspective. Viewed from above, the obstacle that frustrated you is only a light and momentary trouble. Once your perspective has heightened, you can look away from the problem altogether. Turn toward me and see the light of my presence shining upon you. Okay, I'm big. I've actually got a note on my desk that says I will no longer let these situations make me a victim. I'm really big at, it doesn't even matter if the situation involves me or not. I can always seem to involve myself. If something's going on in somebody's life, all of a sudden I'm carrying feelings over it. Or today, one of my best friends and one of the main leaders in our kids ministry at church, which is, I love her to pieces. We talk, at least 2 or 3 times a week, and she's really been a rock and really helped me on this journey. When I get ready to lay it all down, she's there to help pick it all back up. Well, this morning she had a wreck, and it didn't really hurt her car too bad. It didn't hurt her at all. There's a tractor-trailer truck involved. The other car was totaled. There was 3 cars. Hers, another car, and a tractor-trailer truck. I'm not exactly sure what all happened. I do know that the other car was totaled. Both of those people seemed fine. The truck driver was fine, and she come away fine. For anybody that might know anything about me, my brother lost his wife and baby in a car wreck in 2005. So car wrecks are kind of, I made myself the victim. She texted me and was, tell me about it. And I just started bawling. Like, I busted out in tears. And, oh, my gosh, I love you. And, don't leave me. And, I really made it my situation. And she's on the other end like, hey, wait, I'm great. I'm good. God saw fit to bring me out on the other side okay. And, I mean, just really thinking about it, with it being a tractor-trailer truck and stuff, it could have just been so much worse than what it was. And so I take pride in her that she can just be like smiling and, she's good to go. And, she doesn't have like big money to be going and buying vehicles and all this, that, and the other, and her dad's going to take it and make sure everything's okay with it and everything. And It could have been so much worse. But instead of, you know, thinking about how grateful I was, honestly, for the first little bit, for just a few moments in time, instead of thinking about how grateful I was, I thought about how sad I would have been if something would have happened to her. If it would have turned out differently. How sad I would have been. So I made it about myself. I made myself a victim of the situation. And it's because I've played the victim role my entire life. I was beat. I was bullied. I've been raped. You know, I was the product of hippie parents that did drugs. And, you know, I mean, I can make myself the victim of any situation. And I think that now that I'm kind of working on me, I can step back with the help of some friends. Now, my boss is actually the one that helped me realize, and he really just led me along through the conversation of that I make myself the victim, you know. He inadvertently, you know, pointed that out to me. So anyway, doing some self-checkup, self-awareness here that it was not my situation to make myself a victim. And yes, it is sad that my brother lost his wife and baby. It does hurt very much. We did have a child survive from it. He's 15 years old today. He was 3 when it happened. He was sitting right beside his mom and his brother when they passed. But, you know, we still have him. He's here. So, you know, I thought it was not funny, but just crazy how I took that situation and made it, you know, my problem. Made it my sadness. Yes, it would have been awful if something would have happened to my friend. I'm so thankful to God above that, you know, He saw fit that everybody come out clean on the other side. But I think it's just, I don't know, like, I really look back and I'm like, wow. You know, I can really focus in on my life today because I'm not getting high and I'm not living in a cloud or a bubble. And I'm all about self-awareness today and, you know, self-fixing, whatever you want to call it. Just really looking into me and what makes me tick and what sets me off and, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I just thought it was really, yeah, God has a way of just making all of these situations in life and stuff like this, you know, the readings that I'm doing all kind of fall into place. So let's just keep going on this path that we're heading down. Let's go to the prayer book. My emotions, the power of a renewed mind, God and emotions. The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love and forgiving sin and rebellion. Numbers 14 through 18. Or sorry, Numbers 14 verse 18. Lord, what a blessing you are that you have given us such an array of emotions with which to express ourselves. Help me to be more like you, slow to anger and abounding in love. Help me to be a woman who is forgiving. I pray for discernment so that in whatever comes my way, I will have the grace to think, speak, and act with a good and godly attitude. Right? I'm going to go ahead and read this next one because it's actually really good too. And that one, I mean, you know, I pray that God will give each and every one of us the grace to think and speak and act with a good and godly attitude, because the world is lacking in that so bad right now. People are so rude and judgmental and rude, you know, that some good godly attitudes would be a great addition to some people's lives. Just saying. So renewing your mind, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans 12:2. Lord, sometimes I feel like my emotions need a makeover. Renovate me. Transform me so I can be balanced and healthy in my emotions. I ask for your power to change. I don't want to be the way I used to be. I want to be wise and enjoy sound thinking. I want to make good decisions in how I express myself in my words and actions. Help me to know your will and have a mind that's renewed. Amen. That's, I feel like that just kind of hits all around what I've already been talking about. So we're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1 through 11, I believe. Above it says, it is senseless to be selfish. I said to myself, have fun and enjoy yourself. But this didn't make sense. Laughing and having fun is crazy. What good does it do? I wanted to find out what was best for us during the short time we have here on earth. So I decided to make myself happy with wine and find out what it means to be foolish without really being foolish myself. I did some great things. I built houses and planted vineyards. I had flower gardens and orchards full of fruit trees, and I had pools where I could get water for the trees. I owned slaves, and their sons and daughters became my slaves. I had more sheep and goats than anyone who ever lived in Jerusalem. Foreign rulers brought me silver, gold, and precious treasures. Men and women sang for me, and I had great many wives who gave me great pleasure. I was the most famous person who had ever lived in Jerusalem, and I was very wise. I got whatever I wanted and did whatever made me happy. But most of all, I enjoyed my work. Then I thought about everything I had done, including the hard work, and it was simply chasing the wind. Nothing on earth is worth the trouble. So for me, I think it just, like the title, it's senseless to be selfish. We go and we try to accumulate all these material things and, try to get in all this, what's new in the now and all this. And we seem to forget that our purpose in life, simply. We get so caught up. let me put it on me. I get so caught up in the now, in the material stuff, and money and gas, and I need to do this, need to do that, la 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 la. And it really helps me to just stop and center myself and be like, okay, I'm really not here for me. I'm here for someone else who is lost and broken. And that is really what it comes down to. It is not about me, and it is not about you. It is about what we can do for somebody else. And if the whole world thought that way, can you imagine? Could you imagine a world of non-selfish people doing all that they can for others? There would not be a person in this world that went without. Anyway, I love you guys. It's sort of short and sweet, but it is what it is. Today's a long day. I love you all. God loves you. I love you, and I'm here for you. If you need anything, hit me up. You can hit me up on here. You can hit me up on Twitter. Anyway, yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great Thursday, and hope you had a great week, and I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace. Self-awareness today.